he can't catch is a dawning light, and plus the burst coming out from nets.
Yeah.
And that's what we saw right there.
Too many shotgun hits is not recommended by any doctor, so that is going to be a problem. It is not good for your health. Right now, the turtle is going to be the one who's being contested. RSG is really trying hard to get this. Will push Sensui out of the way. He's quite low. Although there is still an Onic member left there that's there. Oh yeah, that's going to be difficult to remove. And Demon Kite obviously will have priority. Retribution getting over that turtle to RSG.
I mean, good thing there, right? That they pushed Sensui off. And a lot of that is just because they didn't want him to get that retribution off. So they grabbed themselves a turtle here, even across for the turtles for both teams. So that is exactly, once again, what Demon Kite has to do here, right? And Light continuing to protect Emon, because we're already talking about the scaling here for RSG Philippines. This is exactly what they need to do. Take it to the late game. Now let's take a look at the items here almost 6 minutes into the game, Redmar.
No full built items just yet, except for the Corrosion Scythe on the 1-1. It is a relatively cheap item, so we'll be happy with that. Beatrix almost close there to the BOD.
Oh, look at that. Again, problematic here is the top lane of Onic. With Aqua and Kenji, the teamwork from the RSG duo just whittling down the power of the Esmeralda, normally a very, very tanky hero.
I'm looking at Glue right now and thinking, Glue, I think I have something to try out again. It's been a while.
Look at his items, too. I mean, you know, he hasn't really completed one, but now on the bottom side.
Oh, big problem here for RSG. Oh my goodness, there's just no answer, isn't there?
Yeah, that was a great call by Onic, knowing that because their Diggy was in the bottom lane, they couldn't get that second turtle, and the second turtle gives him a more benefit for the team that who gets it. Onic had to counter right away. They had to dive the gold lane of RSG and break that tower because RSG got to break up top. If Onic didn't force that play, RSG's lead would be at around 1.5k right now.
Yeah, and this is the thing, right? The BOD just being picked up here by Nets. That's going to be a huge power spike as we see Onic Philippines waiting in the bush for an unexpected member of RSG Philippines. So at this point, they know they have this little bit of a power spike in their favor. Even with that being said, they still have to be careful, right? RSG Philippines, the long game here for them is to scale up really well. And now that this third turtle comes up, I'm sure we're going to see this actually be a full-on team fight as we see both coming from the top side.
Yeah, half health on the turtle should be easily taken here by Nets instead. No retribution needed for this one, baby. Oh my god, the Beatrix hits really making their mark, considering he is the one who has the majority of the gold here for Onic.
Oh man, the BOD hurt that turtle like crazy. I think it was just the ultimate from the shotgun itself that was able to secure the turtle there. Even Demon Guy committed his ultimate.
That's why I'm saying.
His retribution, rather.
Yeah, he committed that, but that's the thing. If you're RSG Philippines, think about the frontal cone threat from Onic Philippines. You're talking about a Dawning Light, you're talking about really any of the guns, but even, you know, the shotgun, the Weskers here coming out from Nets. There's so much to deal with at a frontal if you're RSG Philippines. So how are you going to get around that? You know, how are you going to avoid that? That's the big problem. That's the big obstacle for them.
Yeah, because this lineup by Onic-Ph is built for team fighting. It's built for the objective takes, and RSG are actually being very patient with it. But yeah, as we are in this phase of the game where we'll see teams grouping up together and fighting more, how well will RSG fare with when are they going to use their control abilities, considering that they're up against a Diggy? How well will Kenji be able to get his target and be able to grab someone and catch Onic off guard and throw them off their course?
I think that's the thing too. Even if Kenji is trying to catch someone here, you still have to take quite a bit of damage, you know, and that's what we're seeing them struggle with.
Just like Sensui taking all the damage. You got Emon flying up here on the wings. Will be using the crossbow of Tang very, very sparsely here. And again, the only time he used it doesn't really make it much of a dent. Again, that is just for the meantime. I expect this to just get stronger as time goes by.
Dominanza is now picked up by Rapidu, so should help a bit with slowing down the members of RSG from chasing the members of Onic, which is what Onic will try to do in most of their team fights, is just kite RSG, kite Kenji.
Yeah, you gotta kite the guy with the demon kite.
Yeah. I mean, and now with that Malefic Aurora being picked up by Nets, it's going to be even scarier for them.
Oh my
So
goodness.
still, you know, almost at the 10-minute mark here, RSG Philippines continuing wanting to get another maybe 8 minutes on their side to really scale, at least for Aqua too, but already a Lord going to be worked on here, half health right now.
Oh man, looks like the Lord is very well positioned here for the take in Onyx's side. He got the time journey trying to save everybody. Only will be costing Rapidu. It is going to be a 1-for-1. Light also out of the party. And everyone else from RSG just thinking, what do we do from here?
It was a great idea by Onic to disengage right away. If they decided to take that fight, there would have been a good chance that RSG would have punished them and that Lord would have gone to nothing. So Onic definitely made the right call to back off.
That's right. Right now, even though they are quite low, Emin is fighting under the turret. Right now, Demon Kite has a bit of an opening here to take that purple buff, but will be thinking twice about this because he does see the Lord walking up on bottom.
Oh, Emon, you got to be careful here. The Dawning Lights are going to be on a very short timer here pretty soon, as Super Prince is already level 11 here. But that's the thing, right? You can see that Aqua is starting to build those stacks. He's starting to be a little bit of a threat 10, almost 11 minutes in. And as the game goes forward, that will be more devastating for Onic Philippines. So they've got to either handle that or do something about it. But now they're going to try to control this part of the jungle.
This is going to be big here. We got Light pinned down. Damage is real here from Super Prince. And now it is a 4v5 with a Lord on the bottom. They're trying to control on mid, but looks like there's going to be more fight happening here.
Man, and they go in right now. The Shadow Kill is going to be popped. Super Prince pops the Winter Tronchant. Should be fine. Still survives with a little bit of health, but finally gets taken out by Kenji. And now Sensui falls himself too. So RSG finding two crucial picks here.
That is beautiful, man. I gotta say.
Great job by RSG to be able to get those kills back. But Nets now has the Wind of Nature. This is one of the fastest scaling games I've seen a Beatrix play. Already lock in your 3 core items, BOD, Malefic Roar. You see Eman here, only with the Corrosion Scythe and with the Demon Hunter's Sword, still on the way himself to a Wind of Nature.
Yeah, it looks really good so far for RSG now that they are surviving that 12 minutes of Onic just manhandling the whole map. Now they have more freedom. Demon Kite has more ability to roam around the map as well.
Yeah.
And it's interesting to note here, for the Sicilian of Aqua, he went for defensive item for his third already. And even though he does have the lead, this means the Sicilian won't be doing as much damage as he potentially could. However, he is banking on the fact that he feels like, and it does look like, RSG in extended team fights are going to be able to edge out Onic-Ph there. So he wanted to go for survivability by picking up the Athena Shield to lessen the damage that he gets from the magic damage dealers of Onic-Ph.
Yeah, big pickup too. Emon finally getting that Wind of Nature as well. So that will help them adjust here for this next Lord coming up in about 13 seconds. Because still, we saw the fighting potential from RSG Philippines. It's obviously there. But the biggest question, once again, or the biggest obstacle ahead of them is getting around Onic Philippines. So we're going to see them adjust to that. Sensui already going to go ahead and pull this Lord out of the pit here. Kenji trying to give the vision too. We still have the 2 at the bottom, so it is a 4 versus 4 up here for now. Not sure if anyone actually wants to commit to this just yet, but as we see, Sensui pulling it almost as far as he could. Way too far there. Not calculated.
And once more, Rapido usually is great in creating these zones just because of these auto alarm bombs. But, you know, it's going to be harder once RSG has more tankiness to them.
Yeah.
And they can just dive on the Onyx lineup. So I think Onyx, they got to rush this as fast as possible. They're wasting precious time, to be honest.
I'm okay with them taking their time because of the pressure that Dare is applying there in the bottom lane. Dare is not here, and Dare is a key part of their objective-taking lineup. However, RSG-PH also don't have Light in this situation. But again, RSG has the threat of, well, we don't need to stand here. We also have Kenji. And if ever, Demon Kite can just go in, Shadow, steal, and then Shadow out. If he can't steal it, that's okay. At least they won't lose anyone.
Here is reset number 3. Will we see a number 4 here? Apparently so. And we got RSG again just watching on the bottom side. Light is trying to join the fight, but he can't. Just because of the presence of Dare there on bottom.
He can't leave him there.
I know.
Had to do it.
It's just there, right?
It's a low-hanging fruit, but it was right there.
It's literally there. And as we see, I mean, Onic Philippines is going to be just pushing and pulling with this Lord here. Meanwhile, RSG Philippines still building stacks. Aqua taking quite a bit of damage, but now they're looking to go.
They're looking really good right now. Kenji just not able to hit their mark, and that is going to be a man down. No one is tanky enough to sustain here for RSG, and they will have to back off from the Lord. Will get taken by Onic.
That is perplexing to me that Kenji decided to use his ultimate sprint and then just try to run like... I thought he'd want to use the ultimate when he was a bit closer
It looked
there.
like a Hail Mary for me.
Yeah, it looked like a Hail Mary play, but right now it looks like RSG will need a Hail Mary to stop the Onic lead. It would take an RSG hiccup to lose the game in this situation now. But Mpl-Ph, they can honestly just play it slowly. They can wait for the next Lord, see how well they can do with their pushes. Yeah. And they don't need to force anything here, but if they do, I won't be surprised.
And they get light easily there. He looked like as squishy as a normal marksman there. We got a big fight happening on the bot side. Rapid keeping everybody healthy with the time journey. And no more minions means the push is stopped on the bottom. But top lane, we got Lord marching. And we have, again, Demon Kai trying to see if he can get somebody. Obviously will be safe because he's a Hayabusa, but not for long. Super Prince from downtown.
Man, do you just forget about the Dawning Light or what? I mean, that was a last-ditch effort to try to get a kill there, but now they lose these turrets, base completely exposed.
Yeah, they don't really have that much AoE clear. Amon trying to go for
get
broke here. Will not be able to make it. Nets takes care of that one. And the last minute, Winter Truncheon will try.
Oh, wow. That saved him.
Oh my god, goodness me. Light. Yeah, did he buy enough time? Did he buy enough time? Can he clear? Kenji not really going to be able to do it all on his own. That's going to be the game going over to Onic.
Man, I gotta say, RSG Philippines looks like they were just in shambles in the last couple minutes there, and Onic Philippines just dissecting them. And it all started with the masterful Lord take.